Welcome to another episode of Not a Real Court. I'm your host, Judge Joe, and today I got with me the bad guy Kenny.
Oh yeah,
I got Matiko Bellet. You lost me on that. I don't know how to say
Bro.
that. Sorry, you threw me off. I should have asked before I went live. You got
it's
me.
Matiko Bellic.
Matiko Bellic.
All right.
Like,
And
come
then-
on, cousin, Roman cousin, let's go bowling. Cousin.
Okay,
Let's go
that-
bowling.
That makes sense. And then we have on our most famous guest that we've ever had on here. We got Cookie from Ned's Declassified.
I hate it. I am the GOAT, though. You know, the GOAT of the show, the originator, the genius behind it.
If we're going by canon, you got fired for being ugly. So,
I didn't get fired. I quit.
well, listen back to episode case 1, I should say then.
Well, case 1 is gonna be just me. So,
well, fuck that. Don't listen to that episode then. Listen to when I started. But anyways, we got on the old Judge Damone. Anyways, like I said, he got fired mostly for being biased, but also because he's ugly.
I am biased. I'm an open hypocrite. So,
Yeah, I've lost a lot of arguments just for being on the wrong side.
No, you've lost a lot of arguments for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. So this week we have Saints Row versus GTA, and then we are also doing the best male actor. We got a tournament for that all set up. So we're going to start off with GTA versus Saints Row. On the side of Saints Row, we have D-Money, and on the sides of GTA, we got the bad guy and Matt. So we're going to go ahead and start with Damone. What's your opening argument for Saints Row?
all I gotta say is 2 words. Johnny Gat, the greatest character of any between both of these franchises. He's the greatest character easily. Like, I love I can't think of his name, the Russian.
I can't get mad at that. He was a good
Russian
character.
guy, but Johnny Gat's the best character out of any of these. He got his own. He was so good. He got his own side game. It's
Yeah,
not
that
the
game was
best
shit.
game.
Now that
But-
game was shit.
Yeah, it's not the best game, but they did give him his own side game. He was so great. He's
That game was not great.
No,
It was
no,
shitty.
it was bad. But Johnny Gat was a great character, and that very first one, they changed the way that. So they started off trying to be like super serious, like GTA.
That's the
It's
best
like
one.
the first one, like the gang stuff is cool and everything. And then they were like, you know what? This isn't working. We're not going to be GTA being GTA. So fuck it. We're giving you dildos. You can choose your dick size. We're giving you anything you want. Just randomness. And then they eventually gave us fucking superpowers. What else could you ask for? So
I
it's
do like games to let you choose your
bro.
We're good game.
Games that let you choose your dick size are automatic 1-star to the rating.
Yeah.
Every game that's done that so far has fell off.
you
bad.
pick
That
the
one,
smallest
Cyberpunk.
one.
No,
picked
Baldur's Gate.
I picked the smallest one, so I know what that feels like.
Damn it.
It won't get in the way when you're playing either. All right. Johnny Gat. What is he in the third one or the fourth one?
He's
He's
in
in
all
all
of
of them.
He's all
Oh, he's in all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize
he's like the best friend to your character.
That's right. Okay.
The guy with the Asian guy with the white.
He gets
Yeah.
like kidnapped. I think he gets kidnapped though in the fourth one. Also, I'm not including the new one that just came out. Fuck that one.
No,
That
you're
one's not
including it.
canon.
It's part of it.
That one's not canon.
All
You
right,
need,
that's
you
canon.
need to include that one. That was better.
It has to be included. It is part of the
That's
series.
better than the
It's
last
not
couple they dropped.
canon.
It
I'm
drags you
not
down.
counting it.
All right.
I started it and I got like 5 minutes in and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I still haven't played that one yet, but I've played all the other ones and unfortunately went through Get Out of Hell.
Bro, there's a part in the game where the girl drives and she goes up this ramp and lands on a billboard sideways and somehow brings the whole billboard down. They land perfectly. It was awful. That part was awful.
We didn't, like I said, they said fuck realism.
It was like some
At
Fast
some
and Furious
point,
kind of stuff.
They just said fuck realism. We don't need that. Y'all got GTA for that bullshit. Also, another thing, Saints Row doesn't make us wait a decade to come out with a new game. Fucking
Quality over quantity.
GTA six
over quality.
6 is a myth. It's as much of a myth as the new NCAA game.
Hey,
It's not happening. It's a lie.
Watch out.
I'll say it. I'll say this. Is it on me, Joe? I don't know if you said I was next or if
it is. I just want to say one thing really quick. So
Yeah.
Saints Row, it taught me what a rim job was, and it's because it's because the auto body shop is called Rim Jobs, and I was playing it at my grandma's house the one day, and
It's
I
not a
rented
rim
it from
job.
Blockbuster. I'm at Rim Jobs getting my car done, and my cousins are laughing at me, and I'm like, "What's so funny?" And they're like, "The name of the place." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." It's like, it's not that funny. He's like, "Go ask grandma what a rim job is." So I go ask my grandma, "Hey, grandma, what's a rim job?" Freaks out on me. So I will always have that connection with Saints Row. But
I love
Kenny.
how similar that story is. Just a quick sidebar to my wedding. I don't know if you guys knew this, but we're at the reception of my wedding. I walk right up and Joe just looks at me and goes, "Hey, did you know that there's alcohol in jungle juice?" Yeah, Joe, I made it. I actually made it. There's a lot of alcohol in that jungle juice. Why do you say that? I've had about 3 cups of these already. I don't know if you even made it. You just made it through dinner. I think you just made it through dinner.
Yeah, it wasn't long. I was downing him, dude. I thought it was fucking like Arizona, basically. I was just sitting there at dinner. Yeah, I was fucked up though. I had no clue that there was alcohol in it. I thought it was like the kids' drink.
I'm pretty sure your wife
said
came up and was
juice.
just like, "It's time for us to go."
Yeah,
All right,
it
thanks
said
for coming.
juice on it. Like, how do you fucking
It said juice on it.
Yeah, jungle juice has a lot of alcohol. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I heard it's
supposed to get
mostly
you drunk
alcohol.
really
You didn't even
it's
know.
supposed to
My
get
version
you
is.
drunk quick.
Yeah. All right, Kenny, what's your opening argument for GTA?
You said 2 words. I got 10 words for you. You know what 10 words are? All you had to do was follow the train, CJ.
Fuck that mission. And I'm mad that like there's all these explanations now on how to easily beat it. Where
Yeah.
were you when I was 12?
Struggling. I was a child struggling, damn near ready to cry over that mission. So there's difficulty with our missions. It's another thing too is like, I will give y'all this. Y'all's like puns that y'all have for the names, like freckle bitches for Wendy's. they were amazing. Like, they cracked me up back then. They had some great names. But after I think the first one, I'll give you the first one. The first one, you were competing. Second one was like, eh. Then the third one was like, okay, we're gonna accept. And after that, it was like, all right, this is bullshit now. He's fighting the devil. You fighting aliens. You're a president. Like, you're a gang member. You start off as a gang member, then you turn into the president somehow. And then the gang,
a true American success story.
it was
the actual American dream.
Terry Crews did it, so
That is true.
Yeah, Debo was president too. If you remember,
Well, Donald Trump was president, so it's possible. Anything is possible.
But yeah, that game, it's so ridiculous to the point it's like not even enjoyable. It's that ridiculous. I'm like, this is ridiculous. By the time you get superpower, there's no reason to even drive the car. You do can fly at that point. It was ridiculous. But if we're gonna go back, GTA, I would say you can argue that every GTA game, you can argue one of them is the best one, and it makes sense. You can't do that with Saints Row. It's kind of just, if you ain't talking about the first and second one, it's like ain't nothing else to talk about. You can talk about GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, GTA 5, and then the 6 was coming out here soon, and it's gonna be crazy.
Soon.
Just say it.
you can't
It's
use
just
6
that
yet.
tease.
That's
Yeah.
fake news.
Yeah, they've released
We've
5.
we've at least seen
18
a trailer.
times?
It's not like NCAA where they're like, hey,
That
this year,
trailer
guys.
is fake news, dude. They have the same vehicles that they have in all the other Grand Theft Auto games. You're telling me it's been 10 years and they have no new vehicles?
Because they're gonna drop in the
What do you
DLC.
want? Like flying vehicles?
It's
Just
gonna
anything
be
new.
They're gonna
it's
drop
gonna
in
be
the
on.
DLC.
It's gonna just be GTA 5 online. It's just
It's
an
gonna be-
expansion pack of that.
Because look, GTA 5, look, you got to give us credit. GTA 5 has been out since what, 2010, 2009, 2010?
No. I think
It's
it was
been out since-
2013.
It's 2013. No. It was before that. I was in high school and we stood.
It
in
was
line.
2013.
It was 2013. I could have sworn it was 2012, 2011.
September 17th, 2013.
Well, never mind then. 2013. This has been out since 2013, and it have DLC since that time too. Like, it has still been around. Arguably the greatest game ever. You got to give it props.
They've just been re-releasing it every 5 years.
And
That
they
is
still been
true.
dropping and they still been dropping DLC for it.
Right, if it's
Can't
making
argue
money
with
and it's easy, you can't blame them for that side of things.
it. Because
I
if
feel
people
like
still buying it, you can't get mad at
It's
it.
like Skyrim. Like they just keep releasing it. When it's
We both kinda
when we're on the PS8, we'll still be on GTA 5.
And
It'll be
they'll still be dropping DLC. It'll still be arguably the greatest game ever. Saints Row had to be rebooted. That's how bad it got. It had to be rebooted.
you guys kind of made the argument pretty much for me the whole time. Like my biggest thing is it's just like a little kid syndrome. Like Saints Row was just always it followed in the shadows. It was always behind, like trying to be Grand Theft Auto once it realized it couldn't be and it was never going to be better than it. It just decided I'm going to do all this wild and wacky shit. It's like again being a little kid brother of I got to get attention, so let me just do the dumbest thing I can and just see if I can get anybody to pay attention to me because I'm not actually better than my big older brother. So I always loved Grand Theft Auto was always one of my favorites. I'm gonna go just in a little bit of a different direction because as much as I did always enjoy like playing the game and playing the storyline, that was not my type of game. I loved getting everybody together, having a couple drinks, putting in all the cheat codes, and just seeing who could make the longest run, blowing everything up, doing everything that you could,
That's
and just the helicopter battles were incredible. Flying through Liberty City and going over to the prison yard and trying to take over the prison yard. Like I have so many great memories just hanging out with the boys and just having the best time playing Grand Theft Auto. It was never Saints Row. That was never on anybody's mind. And that to me was just always why this one was an easy argument.
I will give you this. It is very fun on Grand Theft Auto to get yourself up to 5 stars and see how long you can last.
That's all I ever did for the longest until I finally let me play the story mode.
I have a lot of hours in that. A lot of hours into that.
Yeah, especially back in like GTA 3, Vice City days. That's all we did. We just took turns doing that.
Was San Andreas the one that you would work out?
Yeah.
The
San Andreas had a 2-player. San Andreas had a 2. You can go to the
there was 2-player. I forgot about that.
On there.
Holy shit, I forgot about that. Was it split screen or what was it?
It was split screen, and then if you ran up too close to the person, you can kiss them.
Yeah,
you just walk out and be like, the animation was bad back then, so they'd be like,
yeah.
Then you do that dance.
God, when you replay old games like that and you see animations, it's fucking nasty. I remember like when Grand Theft Auto 4
was
came
revolutionary.
Oh, I know. When Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, it was
different.
like, holy shit. But if you went back and played it now, you're like, oh my God, what is this block face?
You got to remember, GTA 4, I think, was the first game. Like, if you crashed, if you hit the front of the car got dented. That never happened before that. Because I remember we were like, what? Back in the day, if somebody hit your car, it was just the car was damaged. But GTA 4 is the first one that actually, like, it pinpointed the spot wherever you hit.
Which one was the first one? I always remember like that first one where like when you could shoot through the windshield and you would see like the blood splatter. That one was just like, damn, that's all right. I got him. That was a good headshot.
I think it might have been. I think it was that game. I think it was that game too.
I think it was too. Okay, I would make sure we're thinking the same one.
So that one and the hot dog guy. We outside waiting on you.
Are you saying GTA 4 was the first game ever to have those physics?
I think it was. I honestly think it was. I remember that being a big deal, like back then. That once you hit it like the certain point of the car, it would literally like that part would be damaged. Like that, I don't think that ever happened before that.
I gotta look this up.
But does Grand Theft Auto have the penetrator?
What is that?
It's a dildo.
I knew exactly what it was.
I figured it was, but I wanted to make sure.
It's a giant purple dildo.
I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was a dildo for a gun that shot it out. Like I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that exactly?
But they did have Luigi's Sex Club, and that was the first time Joe talked about like your rim job stuff. Being able to walk into a strip club at that age, let me just go see what this is all about, and then let me just go start blowing people up. That was always the best one to take over and see how long you could survive. Because how many strippers should I take as prisoner?
Always bad. Playing online, and you had with your friend, and you're trying to sit in the little corner of the strip club, just shooting at people.
And
they
then
had one of the back private rooms. Like they had it was perfectly set up.
And then you can be a perv, and you can be in first person, have the girl dancing like.
I always love to. As soon as you take that first shot in there, too, the first thing you see are all the bartenders like pull out the shotgun. Like you know that's how it really is. There's just shotguns lined up all behind those bars.
I also
Ready.
do think that the original Saints Row had the better story.
Yes.
The best story out of, I would say, between GTA and Grand Theft Auto, I would say it had the best story and the best actors because it had like legitimate actors on it. Like it had like
that's
Michael Rappaport and like.
That's why I said the
I
first
can't
one.
think
The
of
first
his
one you
name.
can argue. That's why I
Yeah.
gave you the first one. So the first one you can argue that with the ones we got. After that, the second one, I think the second was like okay, but after that, it's a no go. But that first one, because you got jumped into a gang, you literally got jumped in.
I hear you on that. Like you're not wrong, but it's also just I'm not trying to play one of these games to get story mode. Like I'm just playing this one to just be dumb and just laugh and have a good time. So I don't know. The story mode doesn't scare me as much.
What you can do in Saints Row as well, while you run around and hit hookers with a dildo, you also get a literal giant as a friend at one point because they have like the experimental things. I think it's in.
I forgot
3.
about
You
that.
get the giant like the monster.
Hulk
Hulk Hogan is in one of the
elf?
Saints Row. He's in I think it's
Is that a
3.
selling point?
Oh, Buster, you just killed it. You just argued with that one.
We call Rizzo.
I think he's a luchador.
I can't.
That's
I don't
even
think
worse.
I don't think it's Hulk Hogan. I can't remember who that was.
No, it's Hulk Hogan's definitely in Saints Row. I can't remember because you one of the gangs is like a wrestling gang essentially, and you have to like win a wrestling match.
See, I remember. Yeah, that was him, Angel de la Muerte.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
disgusting.
Yeah, it was him. Okay, good job. All right. So just a fact check really quick with the crash physics. I can't find anything saying that GTA 4 was the first one, but I can't see anything what game was the first one. So we'll let that be a point because I can't see anything saying it's not. So
the ruling on the field stands.
Yep, I will say that is the first game because I do see a lot of arguments saying that it like the crash physics were like revolutionary. So
yeah, I remember. I just remember having like the game. I remember having the back in the day when you get like the Game Informer magazines. I remember that being like the big thing.
I still do.
Yeah, I haven't gotten in years, but I remember back then. I remember
Game Informer.
Imagine still getting Game Informer, guys. Hey, point laugh at him.
I forgot you're the only person. You're the one keeping GameStop in business.
GameStop would just die if Joe didn't show up. Keep buying stuff. Hey guys, I'm back. Like, damn it. Let us go. They're in purgatory.
When I was younger, I would rip off the covers of all my Game Informers and the covers of my Thrasher magazines, and I'd have them hanging on my wall. It was nasty.
The best thing about those magazines is the ones that had the disc with them. You could play the demos. That
was dude, I still have so many of those discs. There was the original Xbox had like demo discs. It would have like 20 games on it or something like that you could play. Oh, that was top tier. Top tier.
I can play Top Spin. I can play what's the one?
Fusion Frenzy.
Wet. Remember that game Wet? I don't know if you guys remember that game.
I think so, yeah.
No.
That game was fire. Elijah Dushku, and you're like shooting at people. It's like you can do like the Max Payne slow motion effects.
Oh, yes, I do remember this. Okay, I had to look it up. Oh, that's an Xbox 360 game. Okay.
I had another one too. Where you're in Mexico and you shoot them, and now it's just like, oh, great shot! Every time you shoot somebody, great shot.
What was the one with the like the volleyball one? Where like it was definitely they were like
Dead or Alive?
Y'all, is it the Dead or Alive where it's pretty much just I think so, where it's just titties.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's that one, and then there's Outlaw Volleyball, which is the one where it's like it's just crass. You got like a prisoner, you got the gay guy, you got like all kind of different stuff going on in the game, and
so it's definitely Dead or Alive.
Okay, Outlaw Volleyball was fun. That's the one you had a gangster, and they had like all these like stereotypical people, and it was ridiculous.
And these are the discs that I'm talking about. They would come inside of like a pack like this.
Yeah, that's the one I had. That's the one I had those.
Oh, fire.
Yeah,
amazing. I missed those.
I think I had the one on the far right, the one that blinks on the cover. I think I had that one.
I think that Blink's just like a normal game, but
Oh,
like,
I know
they
for a fact I had the Destroy All Humans one that's down there. That's the one I had for a fact. I had that one. That one stayed in rotation.
Oh yeah, Destroy All Humans is fire. But yeah, those discs, I miss having stuff like that. It's rare that you can even get a demo for a game anymore,
Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Or the demos like
EA, for as
2
shitty as a
seconds.
company as they are, you get at least get 10 hours to play it before you can buy it.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
props to EA for being the only fucking company that does that for some reason. Oh, and World of Warcraft, you can play up to level 20 for free. So, top tier gaming company there. Just saying.
They got me hooked.
Yeah, I got to level 20 and said, "Whoop, guys, this is it.
This is my last
my
mission.
friend. This is it."
This
I
is
got
my
to level
last
20,
mission.
and then I was like, here's my wallet. Charge me for the next 20 years.
Next 20 years, golly.
I've never played a World of Warcraft.
I said the driver series. I've only played the
Driver
first one.
series.
I never got into it.
That was the first PlayStation.
And my roommate in college, our freshman year, he definitely spent like 99.9% of his time just playing World of Warcraft. And I'm like, I'm
Still what I
good.
do.
I'm good on it.
That was when I first played it, was in college.
Yeah, he would just spend hours. Like he would just be at his desk for like the entire Saturday. Like wouldn't move until he had to eat or go to the bathroom and then go right back.
That was my boy. That was my he told me to get World of Warcraft with him. I was okay. So I got it. I'm playing it. And I forget this orc's name I was fighting. I was like, I'm gonna just make up a name. I was like, Gorgonash, just rip me a new one. He ripped me a new one. I had these females over and they were looking like and I was like, yeah, I'm done playing this
You were really close to saying Gorgonites.
game. Gorgonash.
Yo, Gorgonites from was the Small Soldiers? Is that the name of the movie?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh god, I fucking love that movie
Movie's
so
fire.
much.
Those girls were
Love.
definitely like, he ain't getting none.
Yeah, they were like, yeah. I was gonna give him some, but after that Gorgonash comment, I ain't gonna give him anything.
The only thing I can still remember about WoW was my entire party getting mad at me because I think I could turn into a bear at some point, and that made me a
druid.
tank. And then I just pulled in everything, yelling about bear tank the entire time. And then I would eventually just start following somebody and fall asleep. I tried.
WoW is definitely my number one game of all time. I'll try to take breaks from it and then I just go back to playing it. Also, I just realized you're wearing the Ace Ventura shirt.
Oh yeah.
Top tier. That's a good one.
That's my favorite movie ever.
That's a good choice.
Now you gotta
Leroy
watch
Jenkins.
I want to watch Small Soldiers again now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch Small Soldiers tonight now.
Remember those Barbies of like Amber Rose? They're like, come
That movie
play
was
with
like
us.
it was kind of scary. Like as a
that part was scary.
yeah, that movie was kind of fucked up for like a little kid to be watching. All right, so any closing arguments on the GTA or the Saints Row side?
No, just John. Remember, Johnny fucking Gat.
Remember this. That ain't enough. As far as his character was, that is not enough to go up against a Trevor, Nico Bellic,
Yeah.
Him and
CJ.
Nico is close. I don't like Trevor.
Trevor was hilarious.
Trevor's in
CJ was low key my favorite, but Nico was the best.
Nico's the best. I will go to my grave saying GTA 4 is the best one.
I like GTA 4 over 5. I'll say that any day of the week.
I agree with you because Michael's family was so trash. They were so annoying. Come on, Dad, it's Los Santos. That mission I was stuck on for so long. Come on, Dad, it's Los Santos.
All right. So the side that I'm going to go with.
Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1 THREE like the sound the bed makes when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
I wish people could see the faces that we do while the ads are running.
It's crazy.
Because we get fucking like that shit is not allowed to be live. Kenny got half nude for a minute. All right. So the side I'm going to go with is so I will say Saints Row is very good. I personally have liked every game that I played besides Get Out of Hell. We don't talk about that one.
No.
I have not played the newest one yet though, so I can't speak for that.
I think
But I am
the new one tries. The new one tries to bring it back. I would say that it tries. Now that fourth one, the fourth one's so bad we don't even talk about it. The fourth one in Get Out of Hell,
I like the fourth one.
I can.
Because you got superpowers.
Exactly.
When you're fighting aliens, just like, bro, what am I playing?
But I am going to go with the side of GTA. I feel like overall GTA is a better game, and I do agree with Matt with his point to Saints Row looking up to its older brother and just not being good enough, and that's why they changed, because they did really take a complete different turn. Which I'm kind of surprised they didn't just change the name of the game series, because they totally could have done that.
No, they wanted to be ridiculous.
No, they wanted to lean it. Like they were like, we already have the purple. We bought all the purple shit, so we're the Saints.
There
now.
was a lot of purple in that game. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was obnoxiously. But what was the name of the gang in that?
Saints.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, -1 to points for me today.
roll dumb damage.
Yeah, that was bad. All right.
So you're saying GTA is Steph Curry and Saints Row was Seth Curry? Is what you're saying?
That's a good way to put it. Yes.
I'm not mad at it.
All right. So next up, we have our GOAT male actor list. So each of these guys presented me with 5 actors. Some of them are people I don't even know who they are, so this should go pretty well.
Okay.
And yeah, I put one in there specifically for you.
Yeah, I definitely know that. I can say that all the ones that I don't know are ones that came from Damone. So we'll go ahead and shuffle here, and then I got to put one in as well.
I think I knew. Look, I saw his name and I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was gonna be in there. I hate that man. I hate him.
Is it Bokeem?
Yes, Bokeem. I hate that man. Yeah, I hate him.
I have no idea who that is.
It's evil Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, remember Spider-Man, the one that was supposed to be the Shocker but never did it? That guy, I hate him.
Okay,
From the guy from Devil.
Yeah, I just looked up pictures.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Evil
So
Dave
I hate him.
Chappelle is wild. All right. So first round we have
Adam
Bokeem
Sandler.
Woodbine versus Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. I hate Bokeem Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine. He's
All
been
right.
in like 60 movies and like 70 TV shows. He be working out in the streets.
He's working my
Matt.
nerves.
Matt, do the right thing here.
The majority of the panel has already decided that the best fictional football player in all movies is Adam Sandler. He carries that division. It's definitely Adam Sandler.
There we
Damn
go.
it, you're supposed to keep the meme going.
I am somewhat. I want to say for the future, we should definitely do another one of these brackets where once we have enough shows under our belt, like a winners bracket. Like that would be a good one. That's where I feel like an Adam Sandler would have been a good one in this one for like if we brought in like
Bulls
different
would have
genres,
like
but
12 entries.
that's what I'm saying. But that's all right. That's all
Holes
right.
is goaded.
We could have a whole tournament where each option is just holes.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, even we can do one where it's a winner from any bracket, or
It's
even
gonna be
like
like-
the first round pick. It's you can take
Yeah.
Adam Sandler as Waterboy or mayonnaise. Just
That's
make
what I'm saying. It's gonna be
arguments.
Adam
No
Sandler,
one's picking
mayonnaise,
mayonnaise.
Men in Black. It's gonna be just random stuff.
Well, I know it'd be a great argument. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to take
we
us off
definitely
track.
could do that though. I do like that idea.
Mhm.
All right, so next up we got Chris Farley and then Forrest Whitaker. The eye. Matt.
Listen, I'm gonna. It's tough because like I wish it's gonna be like projecting what could have been, but Chris was just putting together banger after banger after banger, and was brought like a whole different level of comedy to the entire world. I'll take Chris Farley. Rest in peace, because he was
All right.
he was amazing.
Damone.
This one's tough because Chris Farley, you could argue, had the higher peak, but Forrest Whitaker obviously is still alive and
Better actor.
been doing like things more consistently. So I'm gonna go with Forrest Whitaker. I'm gonna give him its longevity.
Longevity.
Saying that someone does something more consistently than a dead person is wild. All right, Kenny, you're up.
Longevity. I'm going Forrest Whitaker. He in my opinion is a top 5 actor. If you haven't really watched his movies like that, definitely go watch his stuff. He is phenomenal. Everything he's in.
Wakanda Forever.
Okay, except that one. I hated his. I hated him in that movie.
You didn't like him in
I didn't
Black
like him in Black
Panther?
Panther. I didn't like his accent was so bad. That one. Okay, there's 2 movies.
I
That
don't
one and
remember him in
He's
Panther.
he's like the chief, like, or not the chief.
He's the one-
yeah, the one who like does the ceremony.
but he's pretty much the referee of the fights.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
That
yes,
jumped
I forgot
in
about
when
that.
Black
Yeah.
Panther was losing because that's their
Okay.
king.
Power of the Black Panther has been stripped away.
I will say that one in the Star Wars Rogue One, I didn't like him in. 'Cause Rogue One, he pissed me off in Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Agreed. I would agree
He's
with
just
you on
go
that
on
one.
without me. You can leave with him. Like you don't have to stay here. You don't have to die. Pissed me off.
Ooh, he's in Fast Times at Ridgemont High too.
That was the guy I was talking about. That was doing the tackling when they ruined his
Yeah.
car.
I know. I watched that movie after you guys talked about it. It was actually pretty good.
Best scene in the movie.
All
It's
right.
actually pretty good. Like we were going to be wrong.
Listen, there's been some wrong opinions on here. I'll show you one. There you go.
Mayo. I think you're going to bring up that movie Damone made you watch.
No, don't see. Why'd you have to make me remember that? Don't say the name. Don't say the name because I can't remember the name and I don't want to remember it. So just
I had to make you hate
stop.
him again.
Yeah, fuck you, Damone. All right, next up we
I'm
got Tom
find
Hanks
the name of
versus
that movie.
Tom Hanks versus Christian Bale. Kenny.
Wait a second. Donald Sutherland movie.
Oh, it's Kiefer Sutherland.
I thought it was Don. I thought it was the dad that did it.
No, it's Kiefer who's in it.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm going. Damn, these are shit. These are 2 great actors too.
This might be the toughest first rounder. Man, maybe,
This is
there's some good first.
this is tough because those are literally like those 2 and Leonardo DiCaprio are like my top 3. The top. That is fire. I'm gonna. Fuck, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
All right.
That was hard. That was hard.
I'm gonna go with Tom Hanks to make it a tie and put it on Matt.
Oh, perfect.
Because
Matt,
this
he's
is
the tiebreaker.
difficult.
This goes back because I did this to a lot of people. I feel like last time when I was the middle person, like I'm just going to do this just to force somebody else to do it. Man, The Dark Knight might be like, honest to God, one of my like top 5 movies. But if you were to expand it to like the top 10 movies, I feel like Tom Hanks is in 4 of those. So give me Tom Hanks.
Ooh,
Flatliners.
Nice. Shut up.
That hurts. It hurts to do that, but
You
I'm
piece
kind
of
of
shit.
I'm in the same kind of spot with Bad Guy where like I have a top 3 and Tom Hanks is definitely in that top 3.
Tom Hanks is definitely in there, but fuck Kenny for
Yeah.
bringing that up.
Because Christian Bale is, oh my gosh, he's cold in
He's a
everything
great
he's
actor.
in, and then Tom Hanks is cold as well, man. And I love Woody. Woody from Toy Story. I love that role he did. So it was tough.
All right, next up we got Christopher Waltz against Robin
Christoph.
Williams.
No, Christoph.
Christoph.
Oh, Christoph Waltz, sorry. Matt.
Oh man. I think this one's easy. I'm gonna take Robin Williams. I have a top 3, and he's probably in that top 3. So if he moves on, it's gonna be interesting for me in this next one. But like Robin put on some unbelievable performances. Was so diverse in all the different things that he did.
Flubber.
And has just so many banger movies out there. And
Did you
just
say
and again
flubber?
that rendition of Genie made Will Smith doing Genie look like garbage. That's how good he was.
Flubber was such a bad movie. Why'd you bring
It's
that up?
awful.
I love Flubber.
Flubber was a
Flubber
terrible
is
movie.
terrible.
I love Flubber. All right, Damone.
I'm gonna go Christoph Waltz, to make Kenny break the tie, but I will say
I can break this. It's not hard for me. I know this.
Christoph Waltz. Also, I want to give him credit because he has probably the best opening scene to a movie ever. In Inglourious Bastards, him with the milk and everything. That scene is so cold and scary and terrifying. Like you can feel it's so tense. Like I've watched Inglourious Bastards a bunch of times, but every single time that opening scene is still like terrifying, and he's a monster in that movie. Like he makes Hitler not seem that bad in that movie.
All right, Kenny, who you picking?
I'm also going Christoph Waltz. I think just like he said.
Oh, that's an upset.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. Because I know Matt's like, well, how could you? Just like he said, I have never been so scared for people I have never seen. We didn't know what they looked like for like the first 10 minutes. We just knew they were in trouble. And he was like, where are they? No, like, okay. All right, you guys have a good night. He just kind of start going crazy. I was scared. Like, I was legit scared for these people. And then he did such a good job as a villain. He went on and did Django and did a great job as a good guy. I'm like, yeah, he's cold, man. He's cold.
All right, then we got Leonardo DiCaprio versus Will Smith. This is a banger too.
Just real quick, I just want to say, just in the words of Porky Pig, piss off, bad guys. Fucking bad choice.
That's an upset. I will say.
And I knew he was gonna be mad, but I said, look,
I'm not gonna lie though. Thank you for not making me choose between my 1 and 2, because that was actually gonna be tough.
All right, so next up we got Leonardo DiCaprio versus Will Smith. Kenny, you're up.
Damn.
yeah, that's a banger.
Because Will Smith is my number one. He's my number one. Fuck. Yeah. It's my number one black guy against number one white guy. For me. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go Will Smith. We'll go Will Smith. February's coming soon.
All right, Damone.
I'm gonna go Leo because he went from like the teenage heartthrob character to like being considered like legitimate actor, like can play any role. Like him in what's the movie about? A Wolf of Wall Street. He should have won. He should have won the fucking Oscar for that role. That movie was amazing. So great.
There is not enough memes about that from that movie. There is not enough things with him in there. I mean, you can think of just the fucking picture from him just pointing at the screen. Like there is him doing the cheers.
He was in the break dance.
Listen, he's everything is Leo. Will's best meme is him slapping Chris Rock. So that's the best he's got. But it's Leo. It's Leo.
Will Smith is great too. Don't get me wrong.
He is.
I will say Will Smith has fallen off though.
Yes.
Leo has not hit that fall off point.
All right. So,
like, what was the last great Will Smith movie?
After Earth.
Damn it.
I said great.
Hitch.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
No, I thought he just had one.
Oh, he had King Richard. King
Richard. Yeah, King Richard was good.
But that was like, but we forget about it because of the slap.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, slap ruined everything, man.
The slap ruined everything. Like we don't even think of King Richard.
We're supposed to get handcuffed too.
The thing we think of with Will Smith now, like with Leo, it's like, oh, he's an actor. With Will Smith, we think of the slap and him being cucked by his wife.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. Like he was the GOAT actor, and I was like, forget all that. About his wife.
What's Jada got to say?
All right, so next up we got the veto.
Oh my god, this is fire! Oh, you vetoed it?
I vetoed. Will Smith's going through.
I'm not
mad. I'm not super mad about that one though.
I'm not super mad.
Leo's phenomenal, but I got to push Will through.
I'm not mad at you for it.
All right. So next up we have Samuel L. Jackson versus Denzel Washington. Another banger.
This is fire.
Close to veto.
All right.
This is fire.
Matt, you are up.
Oh man. I love both of these dudes. Like there are some banger movies that both of them are in, but if we're gonna go on straight up acting, I'm gonna go Denzel Washington. He's had some awesome roles that just make me feel in different sort of ways. I think like Sam's in some like cool roles, but I think Denzel is just overall a stronger actor.
Hugh Jackman. Someone said, "Why is Hugh
I
Jackman
know
on this
Hugh,
list?"
Hugh
I don't think
Jackman
Hugh
was good as
Jackman-
Wolverine, but I don't like the
I
don't
Greatest
think he's a
Showman's
good-
the
I don't
only
think
other
he's a-
thing I could think of.
I don't
I want-
think Hugh Jackman's a good actor.
He's
Hugh
okay.
Jackman
like, he's
is an
serviceable.
unbelievable singer, unbelievable voice, an unbelievable
Oh,
singer.
yeah.
He's fine in all the musical roles. I'm not gonna give him as much credit. Not as much as any of the people on this list.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
he's
that great
great,
of
but
an
I feel like
actor.
he's mostly known just for Wolverine, The Greatest Showman, and then I guess Prisoners was
Mhm.
good. But I mean, besides that,
no, Les Mis. Like Les Mis is probably one of his most famous roles.
no.
I know a lot of people don't like him in Les
He has
Mis.
an unbelievable voice. He has an unbelievable voice.
Yeah,
What's
he
the
is
one,
pretty
with
good.
him
I
and
wish he was
Christian
on
Bale?
Glee.
Is it Prestige with him and Kristen Bale? That was good too.
Yes.
I think so.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he was a magician.
You guys
Yeah,
ever
but I
seen
wouldn't
movie?
put him on
Christian
this
you
Bale.
guys,
I thought you said Kristen Bell.
No,
You guys ever
Christian
seen,
Bale. Christian Bale.
you guys ever seen movie 43?
Oh, don't talk about
Yeah.
it. That movie's awful. That movie's
Yeah,
awful.
I don't know what that is.
his scene in that.
It's another one of those
Oh, my-
parody scary
Yeah.
movie
Yeah,
sort of
he's
when
got-
they were just pumping those out like every other month.
he's got a set of balls as his Adam's apple.
I
And
hate
it's
that.
it's just
Yeah,
him on
it's-
it's him on a blind date. It's the funniest thing. It's the funniest thing. He
That's
dips him in the
disgusting.
soup and they like pull up.
It's
the
really
first,
ran-
it's the
Gross.
first
It
one.
was so
It's the
gross.
first one in that entire movie. It sets the tone for that entire movie.
It really
And
did run
only
that
gets
like formula
weirder
into the
from there.
ground.
Yeah,
They ran that whole
I hate
scary
that
movie formula into the ground until it's like, okay, we get it. We don't need any more.
movie.
What was that? What was that one that was like the 41-year-old version or something like that?
It was one of those movies.
40-year-old
the
version?
40-year-old
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's talking about the one. It
No.
was the 41-year-old virgin.
Oh,
while
parody.
while eating American Pie. It was one long
Oh
time.
yeah, here it is. The 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was some long
Okay,
title.
yeah, they ran that whole
Oh
thing
my-
into the ground.
That wasn't even the full title. Sorry. The 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it was the name of the movie.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall is a very underrated movie, in my opinion.
That is a
I
good
don't-
movie.
I
I
don't remember
loved
that movie. I have to rewatch. I don't remember it.
Is that that's the prequel to Get Him to the Greek, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, those are good.
I don't remember
like
that
those.
one either.
One of my favorite lines still to date. He's just like the guy, right early after they break up. I forget who the other guy is, but he's trying to convince him. He's like, I need you to you just need to get your D in a V. Just need to get your D in a V. He's like, no, I don't need to put my D in a V. I just need to B my L on somebody's T's. And that just, I don't know for whatever reason, that line just stuck with me. And I thought that was the funniest goddamn line I've ever heard in my life.
Are you talking about the guy from How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what his actual name is, but I just know
I
he's
don't
from How I Met Your
either.
Mother.
I'm just
No idea.
blanking on it because I'm terrible with actors' names as I'm doing.
Yeah, I
an
forget
actor.
his name.
All right, Damone, you are up.
I'm gonna give it to Denzel. Like Samuel Jackson has another guy who has like a ton of movies.
Ton.
And he's in the goated Die Hard, by the way. Die Hard with
Thank
the
you, Nick.
Vengeance is the best Die Hard. I will die on that fucking hill.
I'll give you that.
And he has a lot of
Jason
great
Statham.
roles, but his best roles are usually as like a side character, not the main character. Where Denzel, when he's in a movie, you're focused on Denzel.
That
And
is a
Denzel
good point.
has the presence.
That is
So
a
I'm
good
giving
point.
it to Denzel.
All right,
Well, I
Kenny?
feel like he can be the main character, but I agree with you. But when he's the side character, he does body it to the point where you low key forget about the main character. He's that good.
Samuel, yeah.
Because Incredibles was good, but we all say, "Where's my super suit?
Where's my super suit?
We all say, "Where's my super suit?"
We also all want purple lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Samuel Jackson though. I got Denzel as a better actor, but I'm gonna give him the sympathy vote.
Also, Tom Cruise is not a good actor.
I
hate to tell you.
do not agree with you on that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd put Tom Cruise in here. I suffered my way
He's not-
through all
he's
the
not in
Mission
the top.
Impossible movies.
He's not in the top. What was it? 12. We're doing 16.
16.
Yeah, top 16, but he is good. I will say that.
He's top 100 white actors.
Top 100 and white.
I'll give him that.
Actually, listen, the one that I think was a steal not being on here is Kiana. That's I'm sad that he's not on this list, but that's
I thought about it, but
okay. I would say this. I've said this before, and people get mad at me when I say this.
I know
Keanu
you're going to say it. I'm
Reeves
not
is
going to be mad.
Good actor. He just he knows what movies to pick. Like he's in some great
charisma.
movies.
But that's okay. He's
some
being
great
within
movies.
himself. He's funny in some of these roles. Like he's figured it out, and he's like done the serious ones, and now he's I can be funny and I can do like.
I feel like Bill and Ted is the only movies where he doesn't have the same voice that he has in all the other ones.
No,
where he's just like the monotone.
That's
slowly.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's literally his voice.
Liam Neeson. I could put on.
What's the one where he's the cop? Point Break.
I was about to say, there's like 4 of them.
He kind of has it.
You're talking about Point Break. You're talking
True.
about
True. I meant specifically Point Break. He doesn't really. He kind of has the accent in that one too. But Point Break, the original Point Break, is fire. Reeves is a good. Wouldn't say he's trash. I think he's a better actor than Tom Cruise.
I don't think he's a good actor.
But
he just has.
I wouldn't put him in, like if we're just saying great purely on acting, not taking into account like charisma and stuff like that. I don't think Keanu's up there.
Did you see when he was British? The one movie he was supposed to be British.
Is it?
I think it was Dracula. It was Dracula.
Yeah, it's Dracula. Yeah, no, that was.
I don't
bad.
think I've seen that
He's
either.
like Dracula.
But he was adorable in November.
It's awful.
Come on,
Dracula,
bruv.
back off. Stay away,
bruv. He was still talking the same. He was just bruv.
Which the one where he fights the devil? I can't think of the name.
Constantine.
Constantine. That movie's underrated. I like that movie.
The movies are always great, like Matrix.
Yeah, yeah, he's in a lot of good
replacements. He's always in good movies. He just cannot act. John Wick. He's not a good actor.
It's just the same character over and over.
People keep wondering if I'm back. I'm starting to feel like I'm back. I was like, John Wick, shut up.
Which one? So, since we're talking about virtually the same 3, which one would you take? Would you take the Mission Impossible series, the Taken series, or
John Wick?
Or John Wick?
Yeah, John Wick for sure. I'm taking that over.
Right.
I haven't seen.
Add in the Bournes.
John Wick.
Add in the Bournes, and that's actually
Still
another person
John
I have
Wick.
on here. But
yeah, I'm still going John Wick. I don't
did
go
really
back
like
and
the
watch
Bournes.
those. I'll go back and watch John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick movies are really good.
Yeah,
Mission
I think that's the right
Impossibles I
answer.
watched, and it was. I feel like it was pretty rough getting through all of them, and then the Bourne ones.
I like them when they first came out, but then like rewatching them, they weren't as great.
Matt Damon ones. That's it.
Top Gun.
Top
That
Gun
is actually
that's the question.
No, that's the one I will.
The
give it.
original one.
I
is
love.
okay.
I gotta watch that. I've never seen Top Gun.
I haven't seen the new one. The
Top Gun
original
2
one's
is fucking
good.
garbage.
I did. See, I did hear that the new one was cool. Like they took like a lot of like really cool camera shots to like make these. Like a lot of them wasn't CGI. Like they were legit got these like plane shots.
That's cool, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I heard it was for a lot of like just America.
Yeah, welcome to Top Gun.
Top Gun, America.
All right, next up we got Brad Pitt versus Jim Carrey. We're gonna start with you, Kenny, which I'm pretty sure I already know who you're going with. Yep,
Jim Carrey. That's my favorite.
And I already know who Matt's going with.
I mean, please, this is an easy sweep. Please finally give this a sweep.
This isn't a sweep. It's Brad Pitt.
You're just being difficult.
I knew.
I'm not being difficult.
I see why he got kicked off this show. He's
I love Brad Pitt.
He's ugly and he's dumb.
Brad Pitt is one of my favorite actors. He has multiple great roles. Brad Pitt is a great actor. Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. That role is great.
Achilles.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Role. Like, you think Achilles is his best role?
Yes. I wanted to go out there. I wanted to be a white man for like 3 minutes.
Mr. Smith.
A whole 3 minutes.
Yeah, for about 3 minutes.
But Brad Pitt is a great actor. I love Brad Pitt.
Moneyball is probably my favorite movie.
Moneyball is a good one too.
All those movies.
The Oceans were good.
I watched Moneyball every day for probably like 3 months straight.
That's crazy.
I fucking love
That's
that movie.
insanity.
Moneyball, Troy, and World War Z are definitely my top 3 movies of his.
Also, I would say
forever,
the
but sure.
Inglorious Bastards, which we talked about too, his role in that, it's ridiculous, but fire. I will say the same thing that I said about. I forgot who I said it about. Or no, it wasn't Adam Sandler. It was
Farley.
Will Smith, where Jim Carrey had a point where he fell off. Like, when was the last thing that Jim Carrey did that was great as a movie?
But
What was his last
that's
great
that's
movie?
because
Penguins.
that's because he chose to. Like, I appreciate that he was just like, I've done everything, and now you know what? Like, I'm not gonna be in the limelight anymore. I'm gonna let other people do their thing. I'm gonna go away for a little bit and just live my life. Like, he's produced to us so many amazing things. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, good on him for being like, I'm walking away. And I'm walking away. It was one of the best ever.
I don't think he fell off though. I think he did. He still did some great movies. Yeah, they weren't, Ace Ventura, The Mask. Like, he had a crazy run, but I think these movies aren't bad. I think they're just.
I know exactly when he fell off. It was 2008 when Yes Man came out.
I like Yes Man. You watched it a million times for some reason.
Yeah, fuck Yes Man. That is, if we're drafting number 1 worst movies, Yes Man's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Listen,
What about Gran Turismo?
That's after it, but that's the next 5 picks.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. You're right.
Oh yeah, Gran Torino, not Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
Gran Turismo's good.
Morgan Freeman. The issue is that he's
the same old black man in
role.
everything.
Yeah, same old black character.
He's God.
Yeah, he's God in every movie, pretty much.
Bruce, you're God.
And I haven't watched outside of
you seen
the
Wanted,
Batman movie, and there's one other movie with Jack Nicholson that I've seen. Like,
everybody's seen Wanted. Everybody's seen Wanted.
What Women Want? Is that was his one other movie?
No,
is that
the one with Adam
Management?
Sandler? Anger Management. There he is. I can see him doing like the and that. Yeah.
Okay,
Mars
that one's great. I still
Damone,
do the I Feel Pretty. Oh, so pretty.
Wait, Damone, you didn't like Wanted?
Bucket list.
One, it was good.
He's a shoot the wings off the fly.
But yeah, he is the same. Like, what's the new movie that's coming out? The League of like Extraordinary Negroes, which 2 of the people on the panel can't say that name of the movie.
Wait a minute, that's a real movie?
Yes, it's coming out like within the next month or so.
I thought you were about to say Leave of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the Sean Connery movie. That you came with Negroes. I was like, wait a minute.
Yep.
It's
that
like,
threw me off. That's not my conversation.
It's pretty much
I
what
tried
Morgan
looking it up,
Freeman
and my
is.
keyboard stopped working at one point, so I can't pull up any info.
When
on
it got to the end, it just stopped.
That's hilarious.
It's the American Society of Magical Negroes.
Magical Negroes.
Yes.
Joe's search history has Hulk Hogan and Negroes on it. And that's not gonna go well.
That's crazy. Hulk Hogan's going there, first row.
No. My most recent Google search was Andre the Giant's daughter.
I didn't even know
Have
he
you
had
ever-
kids.
Bro, have you ever looked at Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Yeah, she
He
looks
is
like
his
Brock
daughter.
Lesnar.
Yeah,
Literally
it
Brock
is
Lesnar in a
Brock
bra.
Lesnar. It's his
It
school
is.
photo.
He
It's
could
wild.
not deny her.
I showed my wife it. She was like, no chance. No, I literally had to show her like 5 more different pictures. Like, it's her. It's really her.
You just Brock Lesnar with a wig
That's
on.
crazy. Yeah, I had to look up Hulk Hogan's kids because someone said that fucking Big Show or whatever was his kid, and I thought it was real.
Andre the Giant. So WCW, when the Big Show, but they called him the Giant in WCW. They told us that he was the son of Andre the Giant. I believed him because I was a child, and I believed him. I never was told otherwise. So up until like 2010, I'm like, oh yeah, the Big Show's Andre the Giant's son. I just trusted him. Found out, nope, that's not his son at all. Not related one bit.
Man.
Yeah, I'm glad I looked it up so I didn't think that was true. So next up, we got Jake Gyllenhaal versus Chuck Norris.
This is random.
Ooh,
Why is Chuck
This
Norris
is so
here?
random.
This is not random. This is
Why is
easy.
Chuck Norris
This
here?
is easy. There
It
is
is
no. there
3,
is
2, 1, Jake
no-
Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah, it's
No,
Chuck
I
Chuck
am
Norris.
saying Jake Gyllenhaal. Chuck Norris is not a good actor.
Just Chuck Norris.
Chuck
Chuck
Norris.
Norris.
Okay, so
He's
I
not a
like
good actor.
Walker,
Wait,
Texas
did
Ranger.
Jake
is great.
Gyllenhaal actually just win?
Yes.
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Walker, Texas Ranger is a great show.
It's one of the
But-
best shows.
Chuck Norris
But-
is not a good actor.
He
Let's
taught
not
us.
do this.
He taught us how to be good people. And then,
I do agree.
he
Stallone should be
made
in this
sure he called the foul against fucking the global whatever their names are.
Global
for
Jim.
Global
dodgeball.
Jim.
Come on,
Thumbs
Global
up.
Jim.
That is one of the most iconic scenes in movie history. You can take that away from him, not even give him a first round. I lost to Jake Gyllenhaal. of all people.
I love
Jesus Christ.
Texas Ranger is a great show, but that's just a lot of like red tape, and he probably should have been fired multiple times for assaulting people. For like that's a lot of police brutality.
That's crazy.
Listen, he refused to use guns. He just put people down.
Chuck
he knew
Norris
what to
is
do.
hilarious.
He just breaks their arm. Yeah, I
He's
agree.
amazing.
Sly
Amazing.
Stallone should be on this list. I fucked up not putting him in here. That's my bad.
That's
No.
your
Let
boy,
me.
too.
I do want to ask then just one thing though, because
That's another Keanu Reeves.
Obviously, with my my feelings towards it, I put Chuck in here. It was a last second change because I was thinking about the like karate moves and everything. I was originally going to put in Jackie Chan. If Jackie Chan was in that spot, would you have voted Jackie Chan over
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
I would
Yes.
vote to Jackie Chan.
I said this. I said if one person were to ever die, that would make me cry. Like celebrity wise, it would be Jackie Chan. That would be the one. I would probably be ugly crying. I might call off work. Jackie Chan. I've watched so many Jackie Chan movies growing
Jake
up.
Chan Adventures.
All right, that's
so
a fail on
good.
my part then. I'm see Chuck Norris is that to me, but
Chuck Norris being in the top 16 actors list is hilarious.
When I think of Jackie Chan, for the most part, the first thing I think of is the jokes and the memes.
That's what I mean. Like, there's no actor that you've heard name get brought up more than just Chuck Norris for all the different jokes and all the things that just people are afraid of because of Chuck Norris.
Chris Tucker's not a great
Don't
actor.
take any risk, Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker's not a good actor.
He's not a great
Come on,
actor.
man. Come on, man.
He's funny, but he's not a good actor.
Chris Tucker or Chris Rock? Go.
Chris,
Oh, Chris, yeah, I'm going
Tucker.
Chris Tucker then. I'm going Chris Tucker.
All right.
Tucker.
All right. Okay.
I'm
But
so
Chuck-
excited that
Chuck
Jake
Norris.
Gyllenhaal moved on. I thought for sure you guys were gonna sweep him, but I fucking
No,
love him.
Jake Gyllenhaal can act. He just looks like Tobey Maguire too much to me. That's the only thing about him. He looks like him.
All right. So next up, we got Adam Sandler versus Forrest Whitaker. Start with you, Kenny.
Forrest Whitaker.
Why'd you say that so deep?
Because
Forrest
it's serious. You gotta.
Yeah, I'm going with Forrest Whitaker. I'm starting to realize like a lot of the Adam Sandler movies
Not
weren't
good.
that good.
Not good.
Like rewatching them, like
Not good.
Billy Madison.
Not
awful.
good. It's not good.
It
People
did
love that
not
movie.
age
It's not
well.
good.
All right,
You
Matt.
uncultured swine. I'm not letting them get swept. Give me Adam Sandler.
All right, fuck yeah. All right, then we got Tom Hanks versus Christoph Waltz. Start with you, Matt.
That's a fire one though. That's fire.
This is another like real tough one. But Tom just like if I gotta think of like who has just the best, like well, even if you go to Indigenous Bastards and just and talk about like him in like a war movie, there's just I don't think any almost no individual acting performance comes up to Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan. Like it's a
Well, I thought you were
masterpiece.
going to talk about him and Forrest Gump.
Well, I mean, listen. You could,
And
He was in
Buttman,
War
the
Now.
that's a
Hawks.
great role too. But I just
Something bit me.
that one to me was the best. Like the best.
Jenny.
Bit me.
I got to pay.
He said something bit me when he got shot.
But you ain't got no legs.
Lieutenant Dan. Something jumped
All
up
right.
and bit me.
Timon.
I'm going with Tom Hanks. Christoph Waltz is great, but Tom Hanks is just as good and has the longevity.
First one.
That was our first sweep. That's why.
Actually, no, I can't let Christoph Waltz go.
No, it was in.
No,
It was in.
You already voted. You already
No,
voted.
I'm going Christoph Waltz. He can't
Nope.
get swept.
Good.
You already
ruling,
voted.
good
Christoph
ruling.
Waltz
Too
did
late. Too
such a
late.
good job. He can't get swept.
It's too late.
He beat Robin Williams. That's fucking good enough.
All right. Will Smith versus
He's still
Denzel
mad.
Washington. Kenny.
I'm going Will Smith. As far as Denzel is, he plays the same character in every movie he's in.
Damone.
I'm going Denzel. He's not
And
out
Matt.
here getting cucked.
Damn it.
What does him being cucked have to do with being an actor?
What if he's acting? What if he's acting?
The cucking has reduced Will Smith's status as an actor.
What if he's acting? This whole thing's an act.
That'd be
That'd be
wild.
crazy. The whole
That'd be the
cucking thing is
craziest thing.
They're not
Yeah.
actually divorced. They're just setting it up for a movie.
This whole thing is just so they're just
Hey.
trying to get a reality show.
I mean, he's already my goat. If that was really true, it's like, you know what, you got to give it to him.
You know what movie from Denzel I think is underrated? Flight. That's a really good
That was
fucking
good.
movie.
I watched the first time last year. That was a really good movie.
I think actually my favorite of his was John Q. I thought that movie
John
was
Q's a good movie.
Oh,
too.
Flight was
wild.
good. I just had to look that up.
He said in Flight, he said, yeah, I was drunk when I was on the plane. I'm drunk now. That part is not supposed to be funny, but that part is hilarious to me. He was in court talking about, I'm drunk now.
Oh yeah, his dealer has to come in and give him like a bump.
Bro, that was crazy. And remember,
That's
he
a
was
true story too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a true story. And he was a dick to his son in Fences. He was awful to his son in Fences.
All right, Matt.
I just it really is hard because like Man on Fire was an
Training Day for
incredible movie. Book of Eli was an incredible movie. We literally just did a whole thing though on all Will Smith movies, and just there were so many to pick from. Like I think I would almost say that like I think Denzel just in his roles and the performances he's had is better. But I will give the edge to Will because of just all the different roles that he can play. He's done so many different
Longevity.
things.
All right. Jim Carrey versus Jake
Wild, Wild
Gyllenhaal.
West, y'all.
Hey, I'm sorry, Joe.
Matt.
The buck stops here for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
Yeah,
This
it's
is Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey. By a lot, to be honest.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Damn
go
it.
back and put a one next to Christoph Waltz for me, if you can do that for me. Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry, it's too late.
It
It doesn't let me go back at all. It erases everything if I do that.
Raises everything.
It'll erase the whole podcast if I do that.
Gotcha,
I get
gotcha,
my
gotcha.
backspace button doesn't work.
I know that is. I know that is.
All right, so next up we got Forrest Whitaker versus Tom Hanks.
This
Let's
is
start
fire.
with you, Damone.
This is fire.
I'm gonna give it to Tom Hanks. Like I've seen more Tom Hanks movies than I have Forrest Whitaker movies. So I'm definitely giving it to Tom Hanks. Even though in Big, we need to talk about how she banged a kid and was like, cool.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too. I haven't seen it in years.
Matt.
No, I think it's still Tom. Like, listen, he's awesome. He's awesome. There's not many bad movies that he's had at all. I don't know. He's very, very good. It's gonna be tough to beat him.
Kenny.
I'm giving a sympathy vote to Forrest Whitaker, but that's a battle. They're both fire actors, and like I said, I know a lot of people haven't really seen too many Forrest Whitaker movies, but if you ever get a chance, just watch a couple of his movies. He is fire in everything he's in.
I feel like he's one of those actors you're like, oh yeah, he's in
That's how he
like
well,
he's one of those actors.
in early career he was, but he started doing some like just great work, like Last King of Scotland. You got Phone Booth. People sleep on Phone Booth. That's one of
Phone Booth is a really good movie.
No, that was an awesome movie.
It's no Flatliners, but
Shut the fuck up. You're a scumbag. You're about to be. You're finalizing your perma ban from this.
getting permabanned from the show I created is wild.
You shouldn't be so horrible. You wasted 5 hours of my life.
The fact that you watched both of
No,
them.
I told you to watch the first one.
The first one was fucking horrible. The
I
second
said
one
the
I had to
second-
watch.
I said I don't know how good the second one is because I
not
haven't
good.
seen it because it's a remake. The ratings online say it's worse. I can't. You chose to watch the second one after hating the first one, and you should know that a remake is 9 times out of 10 worse than the original. So if the original
we're done
you
talking
hate,
about it.
you're gonna
Unless it's
hate the
Scarface.
second one.
We're done talking about it. All right. Really quick, have you guys seen A Man Called Otto?
No,
I've not yet.
The Tom Hanks
I'm meaning
movie.
to.
Mm-mm.
It'll make you cry. 1000%.
A Man Called Otto.
Yeah,
Who's
it's on
Otto?
Netflix. It's his it's Tom Hanks' newest movie, I believe. But it
Yeah,
is
you're
very
right.
good.
I'm gonna check that out
Very
for sure.
good.
I was
Um,
actually the only books that I'm not a reader. The only books that I've ever like that I really got into were the Dan Brown books, like all the Da Vinci Code and all that stuff. And I remember as I was reading those books, because I was like going to school for like some like movie production and like video production stuff, like imagining putting that into video, and all I could picture was Tom Hanks in that role. So I was so happy when he got that one. He's like he crushed those. So just somebody who loved those books, all of those movies that he did were awesome.
He's cold, man. He's cold for
yeah,
sure.
I love him. All right, so next up we got, this is a banger. Will Smith versus Jim Carrey. Let's start with you, Damone.
this is tough because they both did comedic roles and serious roles. I'm gonna give it to Will Smith though. I think Will Smith is. I think Jim Carrey is the better. Taking out Fresh Prince because that's a TV show, so it's different. Taking that out and just going. It's still acting, but it's movies versus TV is different. So I'm gonna give Jim Carrey the edge for comedy. I think Will Smith is a better serious actor and significantly better. Not significant, like the gap between them as serious actors is enough where I'm going to give it to Will.
I agree with you on that.
So you're going Will as well?
Yeah, I'm going Will Smith. I love Jim Carrey, but Will Smith is my GOAT actor. I gotta give it to him.
Matt's upset. I know he was going Jim Carrey.
Oh, I guess I will sign off by saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That's talk about not having a serious roles, and I'm just he made one terrible movie with a cable guy and crushed forever because of it.
Hey, look,
Cable Guy is good.
I like that movie. I like
that movie too.
That one.
I literally
creeped-
just had a
honestly,
Cable
that
Guy
one
incident.
creeped me out.
The Mask was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Yes.
I love that
100% as a
movie.
kid. That I'm glad you said like that really was one of my favorites growing up. And it's wild now when I read it like back as an adult and they're like, this mask that you hide behind. And I'm like, holy shit, this is actually very deep.
We all wear masks.
We're all wear masks. I'm like,
metaphorically speaking.
did you wear a mask? Oh my god.
Yeah, that look, the thing is Jim Carrey has 2 of my 3 favorite movies of all time with Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber. Those are my 2 favorite movies, and Friday.
I have in my bathroom, if you go as you sit down on the throne, you will just look up and you see it's the upper half of Jim Carrey coming out of the asshole of the rhino with with Starry Night in the background. It's
Me, Myself, and Irene's another underrated Jim Carrey movie.
I
love Me,
I'm
Myself,
thinking
and
of
Irene.
Truman Show. That's the one I finally watched after all these years.
Truman Show is my #1 Jim Carrey movie.
It took me years. That was the only Jim
love
Carrey
that
movie
movie.
I never watched. And Mr. Popper's Penguins. I refuse to watch that. But
when I was going deep down my conspiracy theory holes, I watched Truman Show so many times.
Right. Okay. So like as a kid, like right, you watched it, and then all of a sudden you're just like looking up, like, wait. I'm literally doing the math. Like, no, I've been to Disney World in Florida, but is Florida even real? Like, what? My parents were just driving me. I fell asleep. We were just driving in circles in this dome.
that was me with the Matrix when I first saw that. I was like,
That's me
Maybe
until I'm at Damone.
Maybe I'm not real.
I was in the Truman Show the whole time. I was like, this is fake.
I thought as a kid, I think I said it on the show before. As a kid, I thought the moon was following me. I didn't know it was sitting over. I just thought it was following me. I was like, what the fuck is going on with that?
So what was happening
cut-
during daytime?
I thought the sun was following me then. I was like, well, they go the sun following me now. Uh-oh. I thought the moon and sun were following me, and I thought everybody was stationary until like I thought it was the main character. That's pretty much what I'm thinking.
Oh,
I
I'm
thought
still in
everybody
that
was
boat.
stationary until I showed up. And they're like, hey, doing their thing, trying to be normal.
I'm
Yeah, I
still in
thought-
that boat.
That's the egomaniac in Kenny. It's still there.
It's the strangest thing because I'm 100% on board of that. Where it's like, not everything revolves around you, but like I'm like the only person in
You're
my
fucking
reality.
Andy. You're Andy. We're the toys.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Just
what I
wait
was
for-
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah,
Like people say, oh, he's the main character. I thought I was the main character. I was like, nope, nobody's real except me.
yeah. Like I'm in a simulation.
Yep.
Just
I
before
thought
we move
it-
on,
Did you say stimulation?
It could be a
pretty
stimmy.
sure he did. Before we move on from Jim Carrey, I just want to point out too, he is the only reason why the Buffalo Sabres have won a Stanley Cup. He granted all those wishes. Thank you, God. Thank
He's
you,
a
God,
genie?
Jim
I
Carrey.
didn't know he's a genie.
Oh, he's God. Literally
No,
God.
and Bruce Almighty.
Did he
Yeah.
do that in Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, he granted
I don't remember-
everybody's wish, and the Sabres won the Stanley Cup, and the city burned down.
Oh,
I forgot about
I
that.
haven't
I
seen
forgot
that in
about
so
that.
long. That's funny as fuck.
Well, that again, that's one of those movies that like they just highlighted the city of Buffalo, and it's like they just, I mean, they made it almost like from here, and very legitimately did it, and it was just, yeah, look at there's us, we're in a movie. We're
Yeah.
Sabres, we'll never win. You have to make a joke out about it.
Wide right?
And, that-
All right.
Fucking
Wow. Too soon.
I don't
and
know.
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you've been sitting on the couch for 3 weeks, you can
Oh.
figure that out.
That reminds me. We're pretty far into this. Matt, you have a lot of scoops you got to go through.
So listen, you
I
guys saw
forgot
it.
about that.
I'm not gonna dance around it at all. I fully intended to start doing the to pay up on my bet and do the blue cheese thing today. Unfortunately, I came home to my gutter and part of my roof being down on the ground in my backyard, so that took a little bit of backseat. So next week I will pay up on my bet and I will eat blue cheese, just straight
Drown
up
your
blue
sorrows
cheese,
in blue cheese
while
because
we're doing our
You believed in
picks.
that man. You believed in Josh Allen. And what did he do?
I did, and Josh Allen
failed
didn't
you.
let me down necessarily. Once again, Sean
Did.
McDermott did.
And Lamar Jackson did his thing.
Go,
Shout out to
go
him.
Brock
Shout out to
Purdy.
He
So
said,
we
"Go
are-
Brock Purdy."
No, man, I'm Lions all the way now.
Yeah, I want the Lions to win.
So now we got the finals, which is actually my top two actors. So this is great. Tom Hanks versus Will Smith, and we are going to start with Matt.
That's crazy. Top two now.
Solely on the fact that like I watch a lot of like some like reality TV shows and that kind of stuff. When somebody gets voted off and then they come back in, there's something about it that just sits wrong with me. Like, you didn't really win. Will Smith did not really win this. Will Smith lost to Leo DiCaprio in the first fucking round. Tom Hanks wins this. That person cannot win this tournament. So just on that
That's
fact alone,
crazy. I
forgot
forgot
about
that was
that.
my veto, and he actually made it to the finals.
Yeah, I
think that's the
forgot
first
about
round.
that.
All right, Kenny.
I voted for Will Smith, so I'm all about it. But that's wild that he's your top two now. You didn't even know he was a rapper. You didn't know he rapped.
We're not talking about rapping. We're talking about acting.
That's wild to me.
You know, they
Hey,
say
what-
parents just don't understand.
Does you know about that Willard Smith? Yeah, I'm going Willard.
Big Willie style.
No.
His
It
music's
is.
actually pretty good. I've listened to a couple of his tunes.
for all the time that you passed and you made it one of us choose.
Do you like get jiggy with
it?
it?
That is the song.
Um,
That's the best one.
I believe that I know that. I don't know them by.
Get jiggy with it. What about, you know Wild Wild West though?
Yes, I know
Wow.
Men in Black as well.
Honestly, the best song though is Miami.
No,
But you don't think Miami is his best song?
no, it's Wild Wild West.
It's
I
getting
think
jiggy
Miami-
with it. You're both.
I think Miami's better than Wild Wild West.
He has
Oh, this
Cis-
is terrible.
he has Cisco
We
on the
can agree
track.
on that.
That's the best part of that's the best part of that movie is that song.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That song was fire.
That song had
know
to
what?
carry that movie.
That's it. That's it.
And for that, I gotta give it to Tom Hanks because Will Smith has some bad movies. Like some awful movies. And I'm not even saying Wild Wild West is that bad. I think it gets more hate than it should. It's not a good movie.
It wasn't that
No,
bad.
I'm not telling you that. It's a good movie. But it's not that bad.
When he
But
thought,
Tom
he
Hanks,
was in
I can't think of Tom Hanks having a bad movie, really. But Will Smith has like After Earth and like what's Gemini Man or whatever the fuck that was. Like he has some awful movies recently. Like his selection in movies like just tanked.
He's never been that good when it comes to picking movies. I will say that because he's made some mediocre movies phenomenal. Like it's Independence Day is one of them. You know, people love that
He's
movie.
in Independence Day.
I ain't heard no fat lady.
But so yeah, he's only in it for like 5 minutes, but he's the best part of that movie. That movie's awful, by the way. I'm gonna say.
Well, you know, I didn't even mention though as part of the entire argument. You got to remember still with Castaway, like literally it was just Tom Hanks. It was just all you got to hear was Tom Hanks just being just him.
I Am
carrying
Legend.
the entire
I Am
thing.
Legend. I Am Legend.
That is true. I Am Legend. It's
Actually,
just
okay.
Will
I forgot
Smith.
about that. We just talked about it last week, but that's true. I mean, that's actually it's amazing, right? It's amazing. Those two are the ones that end up there because who else? Like, there's not a lot of people that can do that. Can really like control a screen like that for that long.
Joe, friend.
I'm so mad that he was yelling Fred. I just rewatched the movie like the other day too, and I was just like, "Fuck, he really does say Fred."
He said friend.
But yeah, it's Tom Hanks.
All right,
I'm
so
not mad he
the
lost to him.
official Not a Real Court #1 male actor is Tom Hanks. I'm not mad. Like I said, these are my top two. So I personally, I don't even know who I could have went with here because they're tied in my books. But
When
I
you
think
were,
Wilson.
when you read the Tom Hanks book,
I don't know. I'm assuming he has to have one.
I'm sure.
Remember when
I'll tell you what book I don't ever want to read again is Michael J. Fox's. That one was horrible.
I had a joke.
I had a mean joke there.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no,
we had the same joke. We had the
Yeah.
same joke.
What, you can't read it?
No, he can read it, but he's
You had a hard time writing it.
Yeah,
gonna be.
the writing.
I'll
was
tell
a
you
little
what,
bit
guys.
wrong.
If
We are
anyone, this
live.
is
I
not
can't
my
make that
recommendation. If anyone wants to read the Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future #1 movie series in my eyes. There's nothing that's even coming close to it.
Wow.
But
So that book is shaky to you.
that's all it's about. The book had nothing about Back to the Future. There was nothing about Teen Wolf. There was nothing about any fucking movie. It was about the shakes. That's it. That was it. It was about his cerebral palsy.
And that's not even the original joke I had. That was the safe joke. That's the sad thing. That was the safe joke. I had something evil.
Oh, I'm sure. There's been some. I've heard some rough jokes with him.
Oh man.
But yeah, I would not recommend reading his book ever. All right. Speaking of recommendations, though, let's go ahead and do some recommendations. I'll start off. I'm going to recommend Pale World, which is a lot of people know it as Pokemon with guns, but it just came out on Friday, and I have not been able to stop playing it. It is so fucking good. It's basically like Pokemon meets Minecraft. It's a survival game, and you can beat up what they are not Pokemon. They just look very similar to existing Pokemon, but you can beat them up with baseball bats. You can shoot them with pistols, rocket launchers, whatever. You capture them, you make them your slaves at your base. It's fucking wild. I don't know how this game got away with doing all this shit, but it's very good. Highly recommend. Kenny, what's your recommendation?
I have 2 recommendations this week. I have 2. One is the spicy Italian from Subway. That shit is fire. That shit is fire. But
That caught me off guard.
They took it away. My little brother put me onto it. I said, "This is great." And my other what you call it? My other
You forgot his other recommendation because he's thinking about the damn
All 12 inches of it.
He said, "Look, think about a 12 inch." That's crazy. My other what you call it recommendation, I can't think of the word for a second, is Darby Allin. Go watch his matches. AEW. He's fine. I'm sorry. I'll watch some highlights.
You won't have him for very long because he's gonna die.
We're the same age.
But
We're the same age. We're the same back. I didn't do half the stuff he did.
All right, Matt, what's your recommendation?
Back when I first came on this, one of my recommendations at that time was the genius pick to tell you to bet on the Bills to win the Super Bowl when they were plus 4,000. And all of you who took that advice, I hope you learned a very valuable lesson. And that leads into today's recommendation, which is don't gamble your money. Like, and if you have a gambling problem where you're taking my advice and betting on the Bills to win the Super Bowl, there's a hotline number that I'm sure we can probably air at some point, maybe as an ad next week. It'll something like that. But I would definitely suggest, like, just
a lesson.
don't bet.
Don't ever
Bet. Yes, don't ever bet your money. So
don't ever bet your money.
You worked hard for that money.
Blue cheese.
He was just trying to teach you all a lesson.
Yep.
And you all
recommendations for the best kind of blue cheese.
I threw the number on the banner.
Thank you.
He's gonna be eating the blue cheese. Like, see what happens. You said it happens when you bet on them. Huh?
I almost forgot about that. I'm glad I remembered. So we're gonna have to, Kenny. You have to be on this. You got to remember for next week.
Oh,
we'll give you the pass for this week.
But I tell you, I feel bad for Matt. Like, it's not even like, I feel bad for him. I prefer ranch. If I ate a whole bowl of ranch, I'd be like, oh, this is awful. A whole bowl of blue cheese is crazy.
Kenny's just happy he doesn't have to eat peas.
Oh my God. Y'all would have seen me. Y'all would have seen my soul like flow with my body. I cannot stand peas. It is so bad to me.
I'm gonna have the garbage can in here, like fully ready, like I'm on the challenge, and I'm just taking it's gonna be a swallow and just an immediate puke.
That would have been me with the peas. I would have immediately threw up.
I felt really bad because you sent the message immediately when the Bills lost of just the emojis of a blue block and then a cheese block, and I was like, I don't get it. And then like you said something about it later, and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about that.
I literally just walked back to the tailgate already dejectedly enough after like I was the last person to leave the 300s in that stadium. Just kind of, I needed a minute for myself. I needed to just kind of take it all in and just. Nice little slow walk back, and then just, all right, guys, I'm back. What are we doing? And Joe's like, hey, you got to eat blue cheese. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, great. Can't wait.
He was like, I didn't say that on air. And I was like, you did.
No, I think that was a question of like, wait, did I say that on air? Did I say that like off camera, like pre-show? No, it's on air. Damn it.
So I can't even take it back.
I can't even be mad at you because the way you felt, that was me when Cody Rhodes lost. That's how I felt. The same way I was. It felt like somebody shot my dog. I said, "Oh, he lost like that in WrestleMania. He didn't even finish the story."
Listen, just a quick sidebar for Joe and for you and for all the other Bills fans that might be here watching. I did hear one thing that made me feel better, like the way that the Bills feel about Kansas City and how the fans feel about Kansas City. It's actually how Miami fans feel about us because we fucking just own them. So like, yeah, I get that, but I love the fact that we do that to Miami because fuck the Dolphins.
Agreed.
Lamar Jackson.
Damone, what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is not Flatliners. It's if you're a wrestling fan to read listen to, because it's free on Audible, the Terry Funk book. It's Terry Funk More Than Just Hardcore, where he goes through like his career, but like because he started in the 60s. He talks about like how his dad started wrestling, and like it's pretty much like a whole history lesson on the professional wrestling. He talks about his dad wrestling like during World War One, then or World War II, and then like his career starting in like the 70s and the territories, and then into the 80s with the like Black Saturday and Vince McMahon taking over, and then the Japanese wrestling war, and then the Monday Night Wars and ECW, and then and he starts talking about like modern wrestling, and he like actually predicts a lot of shit. Like he predicts like MMA taking over, like becoming like a huge thing and a huge attraction, and even says like Vince McMahon should get into it because like the way he promotes professional wrestling, if he was promoting like MMA, or she calls it shoot wrestling, it'd be a huge deal too. And now in 2024, we got TKO, and Vince is part of running the UFC. So
that's crazy.
But it's a very good book.
All right. Now time for plugs. Matt, we'll start with yours.
All right, I'm Matt.
All right, Kenny.
Catch me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. Catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube's. You can see Unbiased, the football podcast. Up to you. And last but not least, Hood
Movie
Review. A brand new show.
Brand new show, only about 40 episodes in. Yeah, go check that out as well. Review your favorite hood movies and not so favorite hood movies. And if you have a Tubi movie you want me to review, go ahead and send that in because we're taking applications.
Does it have to be a hood movie?
It has to be for this show.
Damn. Okay.
But I do want to do something where I watch bad movies on purpose, which is gonna kill me. But I'm gonna watch bad movies on purpose and just talk about how bad they are and just.
Well, I got one when you're ready for that.
Yeah.
Is it Flatliners?
I need to figure out a name for it.
That's on the list.
I
No,
can't
I
be
got
like,
a movie that I
movie
have a
review.
movie that I couldn't even finish. It's very rare that I can't finish a movie.
What
But-
movie is it?
How to Kill Stephen King. Yeah.
What?
Wild. Yeah, it's a Tubi movie. Fucking horrible.
Does White Chicks count as a hood movie?
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
It doesn't. I love that movie though, but
Damone, what's your
Hood
plug?
Policeman.
But
Okay.
just kidding.
That
You
caught
can
me off
follow
guard
me
for a
on
second. I was like,
that-
what?
You can follow me on anything at Damone T13, DAMONUY T13.
All right, and you can find all of our garbage at t13media.com. Rate, review us, follow us on everything. You can watch these back on YouTube. You can follow us, watch us live on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. If you want to be on the show, get in contact with us. You get to pick the topics. And that is it for tonight's episode. Case closed.
Undefeated 2024.